Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel BBTechHub. So today I am here with the concept of network address. Since the IP address, it is the most important concept that everyone should know before going to configure a network. The question is that what is this network address? So everyone be clear about one thing. Suppose in a family, what happens when we are having a family? In a family, we all are identified using our family surname. We are having a surname. And this surname is nothing by identifying our family. And in this family, who are the persons? They are having individual name. Suppose this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, and this is E. And maybe the surname of the family is Mr. Das. Everyone in this family will be identified as A Das, B Das, C Das, and like that. Here you can see the two things very clear. Das is indicating the family. By saying this Das, people can understand it is a family. And here A, B, C, these are indicating the members of that family. So you people, you follow these things very carefully. आप देखो इस चीज को बहुत अच्छा से. What happens whenever a person is identified, the person is identified through the name plus surname. Same way, what happens? Any host in the world is not orphan. They are not orphan. They must belong to a network. They must have a family. Every host has a family. No one is in the world is orphan. Everyone belongs to a network, a family. What we call the family in this networking, we call it as a network. हम लोग उसको क्या कहते हैं? We used to call it as a network. So, like a family, in the network also several hosts are there. Several devices are there. Okay. बट हियर इज वन प्रॉब्लम. यहाँ पे एक प्रॉब्लम है. क्या प्रॉब्लम है? जैसा हम लोग नाम देख के समझ जाते व्हाट वुड बी द नेम, एंड हम सरनेम देख के समझ जाते कि दिस इज द सरनेम, बिकॉज हम इतना जानते ह्यूमन बीइंग, बिकॉज हमारा कॉमन सेंस है, वी नो इट कि दास किसी का नाम नहीं हो सकता है, ये एक सरनेम ही हो सकता है. बट नेटवर्किंग के दुनिया में ये एक मेजर इशू है. क्या है? अगर आपके पास एक नेटवर्क है, उस नेटवर्क का भी एड्रेस एक आईपी एड्रेस होता है, एंड उस नेटवर्क में जो होस्ट है उसका भी एड्रेस एक आईपी एड्रेस होता है. एंड इन IPv4 में ये भी 32 बिट का होता है. होस्ट एड्रेस इज ऑल्सो ऑफ 32 बिट्स. सो इट इज अ वेरी बिग कंफ्यूजन फॉर एवरीबडी. Seeing an IP address, how to identify this is a network address or this is a host address. Is it clear? So end of the day, what we are getting over here, every network in the world is identified by an unique address, and that is nothing but an IP address. And this IP address is called as network ID. What it is called? Network ID. So you see, I have written over here, we can call it as a NID, या तो हम इसको नेटवर्क आईडी कह सकते हो. We can call it as a network address, or we can call it as a subnet number also. So what it is an IP address of a network, and every network is identified by an IP address which is called as network address. It gives the identity of the network where the host belong. Every host, who is their parent, who is their network, by using this NID we can identify. The lowest IP address of any network is called the NID. It is very important. Later on I will prove this word. That is why we call the lowest IP address is the NID. And it is important, all hosts belong to the same network must have the same NID. Like every members belong to the same family must have the same surname, like that. Okay. Now here is a very big question, why we need to identify the network of any host. Because in the networking, what happens? Hosts belong to the same network, are connected with each other through switch, and they can communicate with each other directly. When multiple hosts are there, like you, again I'm giving an example of the family. In a family, we no need to take the permission of the parents to communicate with the family members. Yes or no? What do you say? In a family, we are very much free to talk with each other because we know each other. We belong to the same family. Same way, when we find a network where several hosts belong and every host network address is same, NID is same. That means what happens? Hosts belong to same network. They directly can communicate with each other. They can transfer the data very easily. No need to ask the permission. Is it? So the thing is that how these devices are connected in a network. So here is a big question. So everyone always remember, we use a device called switch. This switch is very important and we connect the PC with the switch. And in this switch, when we are connecting the devices, okay everyone, when we are connecting the devices through the switch, at that moment, all the devices, if I give the IP of what? Same network, same network. So everyone can communicate with each other directly. There is no issue. Why? Switch is such type of device. Everyone be careful and remember. Switch can forward the data from one host to another host if all are having the same NID. If the NID differs, switch cannot establish the communication between the host. That means hosts belong to the same network, can communicate with each other directly, and they are connected through the switch. The moment network address is changing, that moment host cannot communicate with each other. Because at that moment, switch is not capable to forward the frames from one host to another host. And at that time, of course, who will come in picture? Nothing but our router. This device has the capability to forward the data packets from one network to the another network. So that means here what we have understood? We have understood whenever we configure a network. So any network is nothing but technically it is network ID or network address. Under this, whoever will be the host, every host can communicate with each other directly, and technically we call it as a LAN, local area network. Am I clear everyone? So everyone be careful. Collection of hosts having same network ID is technically we call it as a LAN. That means one network ID is equal to one network is equal to one LAN. Am I clear? Is it? I think it should be clear everyone, because whenever we go for the further higher networking concept, everyone, we must have the clear concept about network ID. So whenever you see a host, try to find out what its network address. Now the question, if I give you an IP address, suppose 192.168, suppose 1.1, it's a very big question. क्या ये एक होस्ट आईडी है, क्या ये एक नेटवर्क आईडी है, या ये एक ब्रॉडकास्ट आईडी है? So Today we will see how to find the network ID. In the next class, we will see to find the broadcast ID, and after that, I will make you understand how to find the host ID from the network ID and broadcast ID. So there is some basic ground rules, and if you follow that rule, it is damn easy to find out the network address. Okay, how to find it out, the network address. So the thing is that whenever you find an IP, first find the class. तो आप देखो ये एक क्लास सी का आईपी है बिकॉज इट इज 192. आपको पता है अगर 191 से के अंदर में जो भी होगा वो मेरा क्लास सी होगा. सो क्लास सी. अब जब क्लास सी है उसके बाद आप देखिए इसका नेटवर्क कहां तक है. तो मेरा क्लास सी का नेटवर्क कहां तक है. मेरा क्लास सी का नेटवर्क है अप टू यहां तक 3 ऑक्टेट तक. सो कभी भी आप नेटवर्क ऑक्टेट को चेंज नहीं कर सकते. सो यू राइट द नेटवर्क ऑक्टेट एज इट इज. अब ये मेरा होस्ट ऑक्टेट है. सो यू पुट 0 टू द होस्ट ऑक्टेट. Is it clear, everyone? The moment you put 0 to the host octet, it becomes the network ID. Is it? Hello, everyone. How to find the NID? कभी भी आपको, I'm taking another example. Whenever you get an IP address, you just first see the class. Which class? This is class C. Why? Because 192 comes under class C. Whenever it is class C, you find how many octets are network. In class C, first 3 octets are in network. So last octet in the host. So as per the rule, never change the network octet. Keep it as it is. And put 0 to the host octet. And my dear, this is the network address for this host. That means in the world, there is a network whose NID is 192.168.1.0. There is a host in this network whose host ID is 192.168.1.100. Is it? Everyone, is it clear? In the next class, I will deal with the NID of class B and class A. Okay. So today up to this, try to find out several NID of any class C IP address. Okay, thank you.